There are a lot of magic rings in the squashed frog door stopper. There are 4 in each of the toes, so there's 16 altogether. There's 1 at the base of the body, 1 at the top of the head, 1 at the top of each eye, and 1 in the centre of the mouth. So there are 21 magic rings if you make the frog door stopper with these toe pads. If you're not going to do these toe pads, you'll just need 5, but you still need 5 magic rings. So I'll show you now how to make a magic ring quite easily. I've seen people teaching all sorts of interesting ways, like crossing it over, putting your hook through, doing some twist. It's not that hard, really. It's quite simple. All you're doing is making a slip knot and crocheting into it. I assume everyone knows how to make a slip knot. You just make a loop and pull the yarn through to make a slip knot. A magic ring is just crocheted into the center of a slip knot. So wrap the yarn around your fingers to make a loop like this. Put your hook through the center and pull through a loop. Hold that while you get your other hand ready to crochet and make a single chain to anchor it. So now we have a loop, a single chain here to anchor it, and we're ready to crochet. We're going to crochet over top of one of the pieces of the loop and the yarn tail. So you're crocheting over these 2 pieces of yarn here. We're not doing anything crazy, we're just crocheting straight onto those. Another thing that makes it difficult to make a magic ring is to have your loop too big. So start with a small loop. It can even be smaller than this because we're only doing 8 single crochet stitches. So I'm going to start with my loop that size. Now all you need to do is put the hook through the center. I'm doing amigurumi style single crochet stitches, so yarn under, pull through a loop. You have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through both loops. So there's the first stitch. So again through the center, yarn under, pull through a loop, yarn over, pull through both loops. And again through the center, yarn under and pull through a loop, yarn over and pull through both loops. One more time, through the center, yarn under and pull through a loop, yarn over and pull through both loops. If you find that's a bit difficult, you can pull the loop even smaller. We only need 8 stitches there, as I said, and the smaller the easier it is to do. So now I'm going to do the other 4. We need 8 altogether. So here's number 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now here's the next place that people have trouble with their magic ring. I'll just snip this off first. So pull the loop large and snip it off and pull the working yarn through that without losing the one that you're using. So this is what we're left with. We have a magic ring. We have the yarn tail coming from the center here and the yarn tail from the stitches that we were doing. You've crocheted over 2 pieces of yarn here, so there are 2 loops on this side in underneath these stitches here. When you close the magic ring, it's quite easy to close the first loop. The second loop you need to pull tighter to pull that closed, and if you don't pull that closed, once you've got this nice and closed and you start crocheting around the outside, that kind of twists and manipulates it so much that your second little loop there comes slightly undone, and so the center of the ring gets a little gap. So I'll show you how to pull that nice and tight so you don't make a gap. The first thing to do is to get the yarn you're working with and see if you can break it. Pull it as tight as you can and break it. I can't break my yarn because this is a nice strong yarn here, so I know I can pull very hard. But if you find that your yarn breaks at a certain point, just don't pull tighter than that when you're pulling your magic ring closed. So it's a bit hard to see through my fingers here, but I'm going to pull that yarn closed. I can feel the first loop closed just there. You can see that's nice and tight, but you can't tell whether that second loop is closed nice and tight or not. So give it another pull. Sometimes as you do that you can feel it close a little bit more. There it is. I felt my second one close there, and you could see that a little bit more came through. So you can see that that's closed the second loop now. And the last thing to do is to close off the magic ring. So put the piece of yarn that you were crocheting with onto a needle, and then we're going to do an invisible end. Normally when you're closing an invisible end, you'll skip that first stitch and go to the second one, but I don't want to with my magic ring because I don't want to create a bump. So I'll go below both the front and back parts of that stitch that was our first stitch, pull the yarn through there, and then go back into the same space that the yarn was coming from, and this piece of yarn making a little loop there underneath. So that will make it nice and secure. So I'll go through both of those, and that creates what looks like another stitch. So if you count them now, I have 9 stitches there. So here's 1, 2, so we're counting from this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I don't want 9 stitches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this one tight until this little loop here disappears. So I'll just keep pulling that until that's disappeared. And now I have 8 stitches ready for when we make the toes. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I'm going to tie the 2 yarn tails together just by making a regular knot, and then tie it a second time like this. So there's our toe pad ready, and there it is tied off close to the stitches on the other side. When we crochet these toe pads into the toes and the feet, what we're going to do is use these yarn tails and crochet over top of them to hide them inside our work so you don't have to sew them through later. So just leave the yarn tails long there and make yourself 16 toe pads. For my frog, I'm making a thumb for each leg. You can do it the same as I did in this video, or you can make it the same as my original frog that had all the same colour, or you could do a mixture of colours. You can choose any way you like. In the next video, I'll show you how to make the legs.